Okay, you guys asked for it, and here we are. The Diva Cup video. Let's get into it. Alright, I hope you guys are ready to get super personal today, because today we're going to be talking about something that I'm actually pretty excited about. I tried it out, and honestly, not that bad. So yes, today we are going to be getting personal. We're going to be talking about the Diva Cup. If you guys don't know what it is, that is a menstrual cup. It's one of the brands. There's many brands. In specific, we're going to be talking about the Diva Cup. I do want to start off by saying I didn't think this was going to be my first video, but so many people asked me so many questions on Instagram, which, by the way, you can follow me right here. Follow me on Instagram. I got so many questions asking about how messy it is, putting it in, removing it, and honestly, I was terrified. So I thought it's a great zero waste alternative that I was really excited about. So if I can help other people and inspire them to hopefully maybe venture out into something a little bit more adventurous, then why not? So here we are, first YouTube video officially, and we're gonna jump right into the good stuff. Okay, so to talk about this cup, I'll break it down into 5 different parts. Okay, we have picking the right one, inserting, wearing, removal, and my overall thoughts. 5-part video, all in one. I hope you guys are ready. So, first thing we're going to talk about is picking the right cup. So when you are picking your menstrual cup, it is so important to do your research. I looked at a few YouTube videos, read a few articles about what kind of cup I wanted, what sizes there were. There's so many things that you should probably look into. Do your research. We are all different. We all have different needs. It just really depends on what you need. So make sure that you guys are doing your research, knowing what kind you want, and seeing what brands have different sizes available. For me, I did my research, okay? I did. But then I got my period. I said it. And I just went to the store, and the only one they had was the Diva Cup. Not gonna be my first choice, but it's okay. Here we go. Part 2. Inserting the cup. Here's the fun one. First thing you should do is boil the cup. When you take your cup out of the packaging, it looks kind of like this. Never thought I'd be holding this in the video. This is fun. This is great. So it looks like this. It's clean, it's silicone. All you do is just put it in a bowl or a pot of water, put it in, boil it. I boiled mine for about 5 to 10 minutes. That's what it's recommended for you. Once it has boiled, there are 2 different ways that you can fold it to insert. Here we go. You can either grab the cup, pinch it down the middle, and fold up the sides, just like this. Insert it like that. That's not how I wanted to do it. So what I do is I pinch it and pull it back, and then all of a sudden you get this kind of look to it. This part goes in first. I did that, folded it, tried to insert it. This thing did not want to go in. When I say it did not want to go in, it did not want to go in. But I did my research, and I remembered that if you put a little bit of water on it, it becomes a little bit more slick. So that was the way that I did it. You have to relax, and it just slides right in, and just once it's in, just push the little tail up a little bit further. You're good. Make sure that you guys read the directions that come with your cup, because they are all different. Okay. Next part, wearing the cup. So if you inserted it correctly, you should not feel the cup. It's like a tampon. Once it's in, it's in. You should not feel it. I did not feel it whatsoever. I thought I did something wrong because it was my first time inserting it. And even the directions said, if this is your first time using it, you might not get it. It might take you 2 to 3 cycles to get the cup correctly in, no leaking, comfortable. I was like, okay, so there's no expectation for me to get this right. Well, apparently I got it right because it is easier than you think. I couldn't feel it. Did a few squats, and it was completely fine. I had no problems. I was terrified. I was like, wow, I don't feel it. This is weird. I wore it for about 2 hours the first time that I put it in. Took it out. There was no leaking, but if you have it in right, you shouldn't feel it. And you can do anything from exercising to working to sleeping. So I wore this while I was teaching. I teach dance, so my job is a very physical one. Wore it during that, no leaks whatsoever. I also wore it while I was working out. I did abs, and there was no leaking, and it was a hard workout. My arms were shaking. No leaks. I wore it at night, overnight, 12 hours, no leaks. This thing was beautiful. Now, I'm not saying that you're going to have the same experience that I did, because like I said, we're all different. It takes some time. There is a learning curve. But once you get it, it is the most amazing thing ever. You really don't feel your period unless you get cramps. That's the only thing. Okay, this is the one that everybody has questions about, and it's removal. So when removing the cup, I'm going to tell you right now, it will not spill. I promise you, you are not going to get blood all over your hands. Sorry if that triggered anybody, but we're women, and if you are not ready to accept your period for all of its glory, then stay away from the cup, because you will get a little bit messy, but that's because you have to pull it out. So once it's in, it kind of looks similar to this. You have to reach in with your fingers, grab the stem, wiggle it out as much as you can. Then you're gonna grab this, squeeze it, pull it out just a little bit more, pinch the top, and it'll come out. Once you have it in your hand like this, mic drop. That's it. That's all you need to do. It's that easy. And you get to change it twice a day. Twice a day. If you're on your period, if you wear tampons, if you wear pads, it is the worst thing. You have to change them every 4 to 6 hours. That's a lot. Not to mention that all of that goes right into the landfill and they stay there. Like, you're gonna be gone, and those things that you use during your period are still gonna be on this earth. That messes with my brain. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. When you are removing this cup, it kind of does feel like you are giving birth to the cup. It's not a big deal. It's fine. You only have to change it twice a day. So I think it's worth it. When you do take it out, another helpful hint is to relax your pelvic floor muscles and push the cup out. So like I said, it's like you're giving birth to the cup, but you're not. So you really want to use your pelvic muscles to push the cup out. That's really going to release it, and it's going to be so much easier to take out, and it's not going to be painful whatsoever. So make sure that you are relaxed, that you guys push the cup using your pelvic muscles, and that you pinch the cup when it comes out so that you can dump everything out. Last bit, my thoughts on the menstrual cup. First off, I would like to say that I am extremely happy I made this choice, because not only do I not have to worry about my period for the whole day while I am teaching dance and driving from school to school, because I do go from school to school to school to school without having a clean, sanitized place to change my cup. So completely amazing on that point. I get to reuse this thing, meaning I don't create waste on my period anymore. And oh my goodness, for somebody who is environmentally aware, that is like the biggest blessing. I try and be sustainable in every possible way that I can. And the biggest way that I was lacking was every month having to use pads and tampons. And I am so happy that I don't have to do that anymore. So that's a big relief on my end. And that's one of the reasons why I feel like I had such a pleasant experience with the cup, because I was so determined to make this work. because I don't want to buy tampons and pads every single month. You don't have to worry about any leaks unless you are still playing around with it. I think I maybe leaked one or two times, but they were like little drops and it was amazing. And that's kind of my fault because I kept it in too long. So my takeaway from all of this beautifulness is, if you are not ready to embrace your period for everything that it is, all the beautiful mess that it is, stay away from the cup. The cup probably isn't for you. I know that I had a hard time dealing with all the mess that it creates, all the, blood that you get. I had a really hard time dealing with that, to the point where it just became too much sometimes. Plus, you're emotional, your hormones are everywhere. You might be a little bit overwhelmed. If you're not ready to see all that, stay with pads, stay with tampons, something you can just wrap up, throw away. I get it. I know. But if you feel like you are comfortable with it, if you feel like you are ready to make the step, please, please, please change to the cup, because the cup is amazing. There are so many different brands. There are so many different companies. There's so many different sizes. There's so many different types of materials. Find the right one that's for you. I hate saying that because these things are expensive. I paid $40 for my cup, but I know that in 3 months, that's going to be basically paid for. So on my end, it's amazing. I know they're expensive. There are some cheaper options. I haven't tried them out. If you guys want me to try out maybe a cheaper version and see kind of how that goes for me and give you guys an update, I am more than happy to do that. Just leave that in the comments below. If you guys have any other questions that you guys want me to answer, there is nothing off limits for me. I am an open book, basically. I feel like being transparent is the way that people know and fully are aware. So if you guys have any questions whatsoever, even if you think it's TMI, let me know. I will answer them. In fact, if you guys want to follow me on Instagram and DM me there, I will gladly answer any questions you guys have. I'm so ready to help people in this change towards a more sustainable period, into a more comfortable period. So if you guys have any questions, please reach out. I hope that I was able to answer any questions, calm any fears, and hopefully help you guys on the path to a more sustainable and happy period, because I feel like as women, we all deserve it. All right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time.